They taught me the world only makes sense if you force it to.
Needed to help bring the men who murdered his family to justice.
So he could turn out like you?
So that he wouldn't.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel fan site that'll have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. Real quick, I have a playlist where I have the previous issues all covered. So I have an Absolute Batman playlist. Feel free to check that out. And as always, let's admire the DC Bullet, which has been brought back because it is so friggin' cool. We're going to be looking at today Absolute Batman number 6 from 2025. And great cover here. And Dragotta returns, but I believe he just returns this issue and then is off again the next. So this cover, this variant here is by Frank Quietly, which is just beautiful. And look at that FQ, just really nice. And oh my God, it's a gorgeous cover. Love Frank Quietly. And then I think this is Simon Bisley, which he uses, he normally paints in oils, but this looks like he used a wash or a watercolor of some kind. I like how he does Batman's eyes yellow. And then another one, a lot of variant covers. That's why comic books, quote unquote, are selling. And look, he's got the zipper in there. It looks like a zipper at least. So, and another variant cover because can't sell these things without covers nowadays. These variant covers is what makes them sell. But this is a nice one here. All right, Alex Maleev, if you remember him from Daredevil with Bendis, did this cover here. So, all right, here we go. We start off with a reporter kind of giving us a recap from the previous issue. And then I believe this is Killer Croc. And he looks behind. Oh, you picked the wrong gym, Chief. I'm Waylon Croc Jones, former AFC champ. And I've been hungry for a good fight for two. And then Bruce comes in. It's me, Way. And Waylon says, Bruce, what happened to you? Did the party animals? And then he looks and he goes, what the? Why? And Bruce just says, because I'm Batman and I need your help. So right off the bat, apparently we're going to start telling everyone the secret identity. Just a side commentary. A lot of writers have characters reveal. And I've always thought secret identities are best shared sporadically. Like in the regular DC universe, just about everybody knows friggin' Batman's Bruce Wayne. I mean, what is the point? Number two, what if one of those what if one of your allies ends up becoming heel? All of a sudden they know you're friggin' Batman. That's just, I don't know. So anyway, oopsie. And so The Zoo, Part 6. I know in the first couple issue I said the 200 because I really thought this was the number 2. But it is The Zoo. And we get Bruce, Catwoman, Waylon. I think this is the Riddler. And Harvey Dent. And I don't remember who this kid was. But, alright. And so we got the mom. The mom in this universe survived. It is just his father that was killed. And so Martha says, all right, you hooligans, anyone need anything before I turn out the lights? And so the blonde one says, yeah, Eddie, to move his scrawny butt over and make room. You have like 2 feet over there. And so, okay, that was Harvey Dent here. And so the one in the glasses was the Riddler. And he says, "Sorry, Harv, I need space to dream my big dreams, but you could take the couch if Selena and Bruce share a sleeping bag." So, and Selena says, "Shut up, Eddie. What? We all know you guys like each other." And Martha says, "And on that note, lights ends out." And then you see Martha hearing somebody with a gun, and she says, "Please." And look at this, just wonderful drawing here. Oh my God! And of course, Bruce going, "Mom!" So, and he wakes up screaming it was just a nightmare. And you see Bruce now in the dark, and he says, "Mom, and she says, "Shush, get over here." And she holds him here. So, beautiful and nice relationship here. And I'm very glad that there is someone. I know that in the main DC universe, he's got Alfred, but here he has his mom. Alfred is not someone involved really in Bruce's life. If you remember from the previous issue, he's doing his little secret agent thing here. So, all right. And so, and you can tell the past is because of the coloring. It's a little bit more, or it's a, what would you say, lighter. So we're now in the present here, and we have Martha and Gordon, who I think had an affair or kind of became a couple after. And Martha says, "What the hell what the hell is it with these?" And Gordon is about to take out his gun, and this guy says, "Hey, you, stop blocking that crate." And so she puts on the mask. He says, "My God, Jim, the money he's offering." And he's like, "Stay where you are, Gordon. No, all the masks in the other crate are taken." And so there are all the crimes that they're being paid for. And all of a sudden they're like, "Target ID, James Gordon, high value. Murder Mayor James Gordon, $1 million. Mar, I need you to get out of here." And this person says, "I said move, old man." And he's begging Martha to get out. And so she takes off the mask, and she says, "Jim, you're a target, and I'm your deputy mayor, so no, I'm not going anywhere. We need to stop this." So, nice art. I really like him. So, we've got a train going. I was almost said a subway, but a subway is underground here. And so, here someone says, "How close? Like exactly?" And she says, "Just a few stops." "A few as in 3, 4, what?" And she said 6, but I promise, and so we get an emergency alert. "Fine." And so there's a stay-at-home order. And so here they come, and he's like, "Julia, what's happening?" "I'm hanging up and calling the police." "All right, you stay inside. You hear me?" And so this guy comes through and grabs her here. And so let's see here. This is part of the things that I don't like on new storytelling, is trying to figure out who's saying what. So there's no caption, there's no nothing here. So I imagine this is Waylon again. You're freaking Batman, and you didn't think maybe this was something to mention? And he says, "I was trying to protect you, Ozzy, all of you," says Batman. "Well, it's out of the freaking bag now. Waylon wants to punch you. Harvey wants to..." Okay, so that wasn't Waylon. "Harvey wants to arrest you. Eddie says he guessed it weeks ago, the jackass. Who knows what Selena will..." Actually, she'll probably think it's hot. "But me, I find it absolutely..." And Batman says, "There. Eddie's Riddler said Black Mask's entire network was too big to bring down, but that local service could be crashed. There has to be one on that boat. If I can blow it." And so, blow it. I still don't know who this is. "Bruce, You do this, you're on your own. I barely have enough freaking fuel to make it back to Gotham. I can't stick around to save you. And Batman says, I'm not asking you to. Or anyone else. And he jumps because he's the Batman. And that is what he does. No matter what universe it is Batman. And look at this badass picture here. Very Dark Knight. You can definitely tell it's an ode to the Dark Knight Returns. Beautiful. And so you see Batman falling, and this guy looks up, dropping that beat like, huh? And he lands on him, and he looks, he's these life jackets, and he takes him out and grabs this guy here. Wait, maybe we, and then he kicks him off the boat. Oh, that is so cool. Our Batman would do that too. So he's in the water, and this one comes, kill you. And look at it, he picks him up. Friggin' cut you in two. Huh? What are you? Stop, man. I'm just a kid. You can't. And Batman just looks. And he punts him. Look at this. That is awesome. This is very well done. I love it. And so this lady goes, kiddo, are you out here? And she goes, oh. And Batman just smiles. And she just jumps like, I'm not getting my ass kicked. And so he looks at her and throws the life vest out to her. And so, back in the past here, what are you doing? Asked Bruce. And she says, just organizing pictures. This one is from right before you were born. Whoa, Dad's hair was longer than yours. You bet it was. He was in the band, the Movements. That sounds like taking out. Yup, that's what I told him. God, we were corny. And here's you learning to walk, she says. And, of course, this is the one that she took. And this one, man, I love this one. And Bruce says, Mom, you might not know this, but that picture, that took it the morning of the class trip. And so he snapped it at the zoo just before the shooting started. So now back to the present. And so Martha says, you can threaten all you want, but Mayor Gordon and I aren't giving you these masks. And Jim continues to point the gun. Back away for the sake of the whole city. And so this guy here says, oh, that's rich. All this happened on your watch, Gordon. We're just trying to get something for ourselves before it all goes to hell. And Martha says, you all saw Batman's feed. All Black Mask wants is Gotham and chaos. He's using us. Maybe so his cronies can profit or get more controls, who knows. But all this is a damn game to him, and the only way we win is by not playing. And this one here says, yeah, well, maybe that's all that's left these days. The game most of us never get to play unless we get lucky. And you should have been quicker, folks. Check the values on them. And so this one says, the guy is small time, but that Gordon and his deputy mayor. And so she gets $1 million, he gets $1 million, and he just gets 10,000. Look, they're each worth $1 million. And so here off panel you see, don't do this. Do not take off. And she says, I have a life, Dad. I have people I care about. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but I need to be with them right now while they're hurting. And Alfred, so this must be his daughter here. I'll bring you back to Gotham in a few weeks when it's safe, Julia. I've seen the aftermath in places where Black Mask does this kind of thing. Right now, I can't risk you being here. And Julia says, you can't risk it. And so she looks at him here. When I was little, I kept this bag packed under my bed, this little blue suitcase. I took it from Mom's closet. I had my favorite clothes in it, toys, books. I'd wait for you to get home from your adventures, hoping you'd take me with you on the next one. It was all I wanted. Now, there's no place I want to be less than on a plane with you. And I promise you this, if we take off, I don't have a father anymore. And so the pilot says, sir, we have a clearance. What do you say? And he just kind of says nothing. And then finally says, I say, wheels up, Captain. So It looks like he's willing to, but you know what? It's called sacrifice. Even if she doesn't speak to you again, she's still alive. So I understand his point of view. It is called sacrifice, and if you're willing to having her never speak to you again but be alive, then it's a sacrifice well worth making. And I think a lot of us who have loved ones would understand and would probably do this. Um, get us out of this damn city once and for all, continued from the previous. So this guy now is going to jump on Batman here, and Batman just kicks him here. And look at him. Ugh, you still don't get it, do you? You think you can stop them. You think you can stop anything. That's coming. Let me tell you a little. And Batman just bull rushes him. Look at this. Go on. Keep talking as he picks this, is this a weight? And just decks him like it's a bowling ball, and boom, boom. Oh my goodness gracious! Here it says crack knack. That's awesome. And so they're falling through, and Batman is, tell me again how I don't matter. I love it. He just punches him, and I friggin' love it as these masks. Go on, Roman. Go on. I said go on. And he grabs these things in here, and he is going to try to strangle Batman with these ropes here. And Black Mask says, ha! And Batman's like, ack. And so here it says, I know this picture is from that day, Bruce. That's part of why I love it. And Bruce says, I don't understand, as you can see him here kind of looking as he's remembering. Well, baby, when things are rough, believing you can make a difference, being hopeful, it's not easy, says Martha. And then Black Mask says, I know, I lied about the pigs. My favorite thing wasn't when they loved it. Nah, the best was when they fought, when they struggled right up until the end. And so back to Martha. But that's what I see when I look at the pictures. And then back to Black Mask. When they never believed the bolt would come, when they could win, the scream they made. And then back here, because no matter how hard things got, and they were rough, sometimes your dad stayed hopeful, she says. That shriek, best sound in the world. And you see this chuk chuk. But it was always at his most hopeful about you. Sorry, but he was always at his most hopeful about you. And then you see this choom. Did it sound like this, says Batman. And so this, if you take a look at his ears, they're going down. So, oh my God, he's going to impale him with the ears. And yes, oh my God, right in the freaking eyes. If you can't tell, I am reading this for the first time with you. I don't read most of these comics ahead of time. I actually try to read them with you. So, wow. So I have the originals, so I buy the floppies, but I don't read them. I wait and do them here. So part of it is because I really like Absolute Batman, or I really wanted to like it, and I really do now. So anyway, $1 million for each of them. That's real money. And so we're back to that. You friggin' lunatic. You will lose everything, says Black Mask. Everyone you love, I promise you. You have no idea what you've started, says Black Mask. And he tosses him in the water. I can't cut down a woman. Let's do Gordon and split it. Fine, lady, go. Get out of here before we change our mind. Mom, I keep having these nightmares where you die. So we're back to the past here as Bruce is going to the servers. And she says, no, I saw your faces before you put on those masks. You shoot him. When all this is over, I will make you pay for it. And she's like, Gordon's like, what the, basically, what the hell are you doing? And she says, so if you're killing him, you might as well start with me. But you're better than this. You hear me? We are better than this. And, oh my God, please say no, she's not going to die here. I will die one day, Bruce, she says here, and he takes the ping here. I'm sorry, Mrs. Wayne, I am. And you can see the chick. And you will too as the ship blows up. But not for a long time. It's okay, though. I can take this one out if you want. And he says, no, leave it. So, murder, 0, system failure. And so you can see Batman. Okay, I'll leave the picture in. Thanks, Mom. I'm going back to bed now. And they're like, huh? It's dead. Does that mean there's no money? Bruce, before you go to sleep, I want you to know I'm proud of you as she just decks this guy here. You see this crack here. And so they're all leaving. This guy's down, and you can see her hugging Jim Gordon. What you went through, you had every right to say to hell with it. Live angry or afraid. But that's not who you are. The way you go back out there with your friends, what you said to Jim at the funeral. Because the other thing you can do when bad things happen is use the pain to be even more determined, more hopeful, as everybody just kind of walks away here. And so here, as he's falling through, you wear the pain like a damn cape. You work every day to stop these bad things from ever happening again. That's how you win against these nightmares, and how you win against all of it, always. And so you can see the bad thing. And so here's Alfred. Oh, so he didn't leave. Wow. Okay. And so he pulls him up. Kid, if I'm sticking around, so are you. And Alfred says, now let's get you patched up. So, and then we get our credits here. Writer Scott Snyder, artist Nick Dragotta. I absolutely love this, love this, love this. So, oh my goodness, freaking gracious. But it's not over. We get one-page epilogue, but I love this part here. Batman created by Bob Kane, but I love the fact, and I know it's been a few years with Bill Finger, and I like that Bill Finger is being acknowledged. Too bad that he was not alive to see the acknowledgement that he so richly deserves. So here's the epilogue. Sir, Sionis is reporting it seems there's been a small snag in Gotham City, and he says, I'm aware. It's time. Get Bane. So we're going to be seeing Absolute Bane soon. So probably next issue. So, all right. Absolute Batman number 6. Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you really like Absolute Batman, because I do. So like and subscribe, and I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.